Ice cravings and restless legs. These were all signs that I needed to investigate. Something wasn't right. Chances are it's more than a quirky pregnancy symptom, and most OBs are not testing to find out what's behind all this. Basically, they're not getting to the root cause. Today, I'm going to share my personal experience as a nutrition doctor. I'm 27 weeks pregnant, and what I discovered when I ran my own prenatal labs. I'll talk about why comprehensive testing is critical, what my labs revealed, and the surprising risks that come with nutrient deficiencies during pregnancy for both the mother and baby. Stay with me till the end because I'll be breaking down these complications that these deficiencies can cause for your baby and why knowing this information can drastically change your prenatal routine care. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. So here's the story. I'm 27 weeks pregnant, and in the last couple of weeks, I started craving ice. Now, these were really familiar feelings because with my other two pregnancies, I had very severe ice cravings. Yes, that's right. I want to eat ice. But then I also started noticing other symptoms that at first I just attributed to just being pregnant, like restless legs, and my fatigue was coming back. Now, I had fatigue in the first trimester, but then it got better in the second trimester, and now I'm starting to notice it's creeping back up on me. So if you're listening to this and you've been pregnant before, you've probably experienced these symptoms as well. And I've had a history of anemia during pregnancy, so I was very familiar with these symptoms. But this time, I'm a nutrition doctor, and I was not just going to sit back and just assume. I decided to run my own labs. I was also due for my 27-week glucose tolerance test, which I decided to run for myself. And I got my own little solution to do it as well, so I could avoid the nasty crap that they give you at the OB. I also have to check my TSH levels because in the past, I've had hypothyroidism during pregnancy and also after pregnancy. So I ran the whole panel myself, and I also decided to go ahead and add a CMP and also vitamin D as well because I tend to run low. So here's what I came back with. Iron deficiency, low vitamin D, low calcium, which was a surprise, perfect glucose tolerance, and perfect TSH. Now I do take thyroid medication. And doing this got me thinking, why aren't OBs testing for these things? I was really shocked by how these critical nutrient deficiencies could be affecting the health of the baby and the mother, and they're not being monitored. Let's start with iron, a bigger issue than you think. Many pregnant women, including myself, experience anemia. Iron deficiency is often the culprit behind pica, those ice cravings, restless legs, brain fog, fatigue, and even shortness of breath. But here's the kicker. Iron deficiency in pregnancy isn't just about you feeling tired. Iron is critical for fetal development, particularly the brain and nervous system. And if a mother is iron deficient during pregnancy, it increases the risk of preterm birth, low birth weight, and delayed brain development in the baby. Your baby needs enough iron to build their own reserves, which they'll use after birth when they start eating solids. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking Proferin Clear, which is a heme iron supplement, which is the most bioavailable form of iron. I'm following a specific protocol, starting with 1 capsule and then gradually increasing to 2, 3, and possibly 4, letting my body adjust along the way. If there's a point of diminishing returns, I'll scale back. Now, if you have serious gastrointestinal issues or inflammation, another option is iron biglycinate, which can be used if you can't tolerate heme iron. So now let's move on to vitamin D. My levels showed that it was slightly low. It was at 38, and I really like to see it between 40 and 60. Vitamin D is crucial not just for your bone health, but also for the immune system of both you and your baby. Low vitamin D in pregnancy can lead to a higher risk of pre-eclampsia, gestational diabetes, and even preterm birth. For the baby, vitamin D is critical for proper bone development. Babies born with low vitamin D levels may be at risk for rickets, poor growth, and delayed motor development. This is why ramping up vitamin D supplementation is really important, not just for me, but for anyone who's pregnant. Now let's move on to calcium. This one surprised me a little bit because I thought I was getting enough in my diet. My calcium levels are low, which is concerning because calcium plays a vital role in building your baby's bones, teeth, heart, muscles, and nerves. If you're not getting enough calcium, your body will pull from your bones to supply the baby, increasing your risk of osteoporosis later. For the baby, a lack of calcium during pregnancy can lead to poor skeletal development and, in extreme cases, may contribute to growth issues and problems with bone density after birth. Calcium plays a role in helping your baby's heart, nerves, and muscles function properly. So, why aren't OBs testing for these critical nutrients? That's the question I ask. The standard prenatal panel often misses essential markers like vitamin D and calcium and doesn't even look deep enough into iron status. And yet, these deficiencies can have serious long-term consequences for both the mother and the baby. Given my results, I am ramping up my supplementation protocol right away. So I'm still taking my Vicon, which has all my vitamins and minerals, but I'm going to have to add in the Proferin Clear for iron. I'm going to increase my vitamin D intake, and I'm going to make sure my calcium levels come up as well, which I'm probably going to start supplementing as well. If you're pregnant or planning to be, or just curious how comprehensive your prenatal care is, I highly encourage you to ask your doctor for these extra tests, or you can reach out to me on Dr. Mandy DCN and I can run them for you. Don't wait till symptoms arise because by then it may be too late to correct them. Click that link to subscribe below if you like this video. And follow me on Dr. Mandy DCN. I can also be found on Instagram, Dr. Mandy DCN, TikTok, Dr. Mandy DCN, and you can find me on drmandydcn.com or IC Healer. Bye-bye for now.